Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. So if you've been following along, I have been making my Easter collection, and I'm pretty much finished everything except for the third look, which is a dress that I'm going to be making from this lace floral fabric. So I have made a skirt to go with a jacket that I'd made in the past. I've made this bow that includes a pattern that's for sale in my Etsy shop. I've sewn a whole bunch of these carrots, which is also a pattern from my Etsy shop, and these are to accessorize my dress with. I compiled some garments I made before, which made up outfit number 2, and I've even completed all of the sketches. So yeah, really the only thing left to do is to make this dress, and so that's what this video is all about today. So the first thing I did was cut out the pattern for the skirt, and then I twirled around in it. After a good amount of twirling, I played around with draping some fabric on the mannequin for the bodice, just because I wanted to make sure the flowers ended up looking good in terms of where they would be placed. Once I was satisfied with that, I proceeded to place all of my pattern pieces on the fabric and then cut them out. I just got back from the eye doctor this morning, so I've been trying to sew, but they put the drops in my eyes and I'm really squinty, so trying to thread the needle has been interesting and fun. But what I've been doing is I've been sewing lining to the back of each piece of bodice lace, and that's just to give it a little bit more stability. And so the next step is going to be to sew all of the bodice pieces together, sew the skirt pieces together. Right now they're just pinned and draped on the mannequin. And after that, to attach the two pieces together and then to insert the zipper. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so you guys, I've sewn the bodice to the skirt. I still have to do the lining and the zipper like I talked about, but I was just reviewing how much fabric I have left, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do what the sketch intended. So I wanted to have this scalloped border along the hemline, which I do, but it's also supposed to be on the sleeve and the neckline. So we're going to just have to see how much there is left. I'm for sure going to prioritize the sleeve, I think. And then if there's enough left over, I will also do it on the neckline. If not, though, I was thinking that my bow might look cute on there. Actually, I think that looks pretty cute. So we'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, there's no scallop border on a little collar like the sketch has. I usually err on the side of buying more fabric. And when I reviewed how much I had purchased, it was like 1.25 meters. And I don't remember why I purchased so little. Sometimes, usually I err on the side of getting more for this exact reason. Sometimes I have just an idea in mind of what I'm going to make and I see fabric and I'm like, oh, let me get that now. But this was purchased a while ago. So I don't remember if I'd intended on making a skirt, and that would have definitely been enough for a skirt. But for a dress, it seems like not that much. And normally I would have bought more, or maybe I don't remember how much this cost. So maybe it was just kind of expensive and I was trying to, I don't know, economize. But so we'll just have to see what happens and I will let you know. At one point, I took a break from sewing to visit the Canadian Pet Expo because my friend had a booth there, and this is her booth with all of her hoodies for sale. These are some of the cutest dogs that I saw, and I really think that this dog was my favorite because of his fashion sense. Just look at that collar. The Easter dress is finished, and here I am wearing it. Turns out I did have enough fabric to do the scalloped edge on the collar and the sleeve, so that worked out fine. At the end of the day, I had a good, 18 to 20 inches left over. So I'm not sure if my panicking was necessary. But yeah, I guess I was envisioning a lot of gathers, so I wasn't sure. But just a good tip to always buy more than you think you need so you don't end up in that situation. Okay, yeah, I really am pleased with the final dress. I think it looks like the sketch. It was fun to make and completes my Easter collection. Just a reminder that if you are interested in sewing your own bow, I have this pattern available for sale in my Etsy shop. So I'll put a link to that in the description, as well as a link to these carrot candy pouches. They are a drawstring bag. You can put your Easter eggs in there. I'll put a link for that. And the shoes I wore with the look are from Amazon. So I will link that in the description as well. I was super happy with these. These were super cute. Um, Okay. Oh, and the ears were from the dollar store, as I mentioned previously. One last time, I'm going to put them up on the screen, all three looks from my Easter collection, so we can see how the whole thing turned out all together. And next year, I don't know, maybe I will continue to add to this collection, or maybe I will take Easter in a whole new direction. Okay, thanks again for tuning in, and happy Easter.